In this presentation, I will discuss the problem-solving approach and how I applied it to my professional web page assignment for TWC 301, General Principles of Multimedia Writing. The following topics will be included in this presentation: an explanation of what PSA is, how I use PSA to develop and distribute my writing, what made PSA successful as I completed my professional website assignment, lessons I have learned about myself as a writer, and lessons I have learned about effective communication. The problem-solving approach, or PSA, was created to address workplace problems and enforce communication through the use of the following 5 steps: plan, research, draft, review, and distribute. The first step in the PSA is to plan your writing. The critical aspects of this step are: define the reason and the purpose for your writing, determine how you will deliver your work, and identify the information needed to complete the project. I designed the web page to communicate my skills as a designer to current or potential employers. I began by identifying what information was required for the site and what format I would use. Because the information was delivered through a website, I chose to format the graphics in JPEG files and publish the information to WordPress. After completing the plan phase of the PSA, it was time to move to the research step. In this step, I had to conduct research, organize and evaluate information, and determine if my website needed additional information. I began by evaluating what the requirements were for the assignment. As required, the content of the website included the following pages: Home, About, Showcase, Resources, and Tips. I knew what layout I wanted for the site. However, I needed to conduct and gather additional research to complete the Helpful Tips page. After conducting and evaluating the research needed, I moved on to draft my project. The key elements of this step are: confirm your goals, design the elements of the document, and organize and draft the project. Because the first steps of the PSA prepared me to compile my project, I was able to construct a solid, well-written draft of my professional website. As I moved through the draft step, I was able to organize the content for my website, design the pages, and post visual content. This step was quick and easy to accomplish because of the time I took to complete the first steps of the PSA. With the first draft of my project complete, I was ready to continue to the review step of the PSA. Because it is essential to review content for grammar errors or other mistakes, the following steps required careful review: test usability, solicit feedback from peers and trusted writers, and revise and edit the draft for correctness. Because the viewers of the website are potential employers, the site needed to be usable and easy to navigate. Therefore, I tested the website usability across multiple browsers. Once I had tested usability, I continued with peer reviews and feedback from the discussion forums within the classroom portal. With planning, research, drafting, and review of my work complete, it was time to move to the distribute step of the PSA. The key elements of this step are: to include all documents with the assignment, transmit the documents to the intended audience, and if at all possible, follow up with the audience and assess the outcome of your work. After checking all documentation and making sure all visuals and text were posted to the website, it was time to distribute my assignment. I did so by submitting the purpose of the work, the audience analysis and hyperlinks, and any relating materials to the Dropbox within the course site. The steps of the PSA were now complete. Utilizing the PSA to conduct the professional website assignment was a positive experience. Because my lifestyle has many distractions, the PSA allowed me to remain organized and manage my time effectively. In addition, I had the opportunity to experiment with design and the use of white space, as well as avoid issues with the site because the effective problem-solving aspects of the PSA. Throughout the course, I have learned many lessons about myself as a writer. The three most important aspects of writing that I have learned are: organization is important, planning and research are key to successful writing, and it's okay to think creatively. In closing, I have learned a great deal about effective communication. However, the three most important skills I have learned are: effective communication equals workplace success. Having the ability to communicate effectively is what employers are looking for. Visuals can be an effective form of communication. And effectiveness of any project depends on the context.